Hi, I just wanted to create a little video that went over the Roku 3 box. It's a box that allows you to get rid of cable TV, not subscribe to that anymore, and get television programs and movies over your internet. The Roku 3 connects to the internet wirelessly so that you can not rely on cable television anymore to get your entertainment. So one of the first things I wanted to show you about the Roku 3 is the remote that comes with it. It has a back button, has a home button, navigation back and forth, the OK, and a star button, which I'll show you the relevance of that later on. You can also fast forward and reverse through whatever show you're watching. Roku 3 box is about the size of a deck of cards. I have it mounted right below my television. It doesn't take up much space at all. It costs about $99 and there's no monthly fee for it. All you need to do is connect to your internet connection through your modem and router. So let's turn on the television and we'll show you how this works. So I just turned on the TV. While it's booting up, the first thing you're going to see is the Roku 3 screensaver. There it is. So what I'm going to do next is I will hit the home button right here and we'll go to the home page for the Roku 3. So when you get to the home page for the Roku 3, on the right hand side you see the channels that we're subscribed to. Right now my family we're subscribed to 81 channels. Most of the channels are free that are on here. The top 3 right here, at least 2 of these are not free, but I will explain that in a little bit. If you go down a little bit, these are well-known channels that come with the cable TV also. And then we get down into some of the kid channels that we have, some games that we are subscribed to, weather channels that we're subscribed to, and TV news channels that we're subscribed to. At the current time, there's not a whole lot of local TV news that you can get. For instance, in Southern California, there's one Las Vegas station, there's one LA station, there's one San Diego station. So there's not a whole lot of choices when you get to local news, but that's going to change. There's more and more news stations coming in every day. So again, there's some weather channels that we're subscribed to, a few games, some kid stations. There's also CBS and History Channel, Smithsonian, those types of things. But the main 3 that we watch are these 3 right here. My favorite is Hulu Plus. So let's go into that for a second. Hulu costs nothing. It's a free channel, but Hulu Plus costs $8 a month, and there's a reason for that. You get a very good selection of TV shows and movies. At the top, you see a show that they're trying to advertise. It's not one we're subscribed to, The Voice, but it's something they're advertising. If you go down a little bit, it shows you can go into all the TV shows that they have, all of the movies, trailers, kids shows, those types of things. If you go down a little bit further, it shows you the shows you normally watch. It shows you new series that are coming up, what's recommended for us, popular shows, trending now, full seasons. It's just there's a whole lot of categories that you can go into. What I'll show you right off the top though is how you can go in and select movies. So if we go into the movies, there's a whole lot of ways that you can select movies. There's popular ones, there's new movies that are out, there's different genres, documentaries, Criterion. So let's go into genres for a second. 2 of the areas that I watch right now are classics. There's a lot of kid movies, obviously, but there's also movies of other types that are in here. Because I am missed by a few decades the silent films, right now I'm kind of catching up, watching Charlie Chaplin and movies that he's made. There's also some Laurel and Hardy and other types of silent movies that came in that I'm watching a little bit at a time. The other category that I've been watching is the international. There's a whole lot of international films that I've never been exposed to. There's some that require subtitles because they're in a foreign language, obviously, but there's a whole lot here that I'm still exploring and looking around. As you can see, there's a whole slew of other categories that you may be interested in that you could watch also. If you're not quite sure how to use it this way, there's other ways that you can go into it. If you see in the top right there, there's search and options. So if I push the star, I can go into search mode, and it'll give me the opportunity to, if I know exactly what I'm looking for, to search for it by name. So that's what I'm doing right here. I know that there's a Charlie Chaplin movie called Gold Rush, so I'm searching for that. As you can see over here on this side, it popped up right there. So I could go directly to that movie this way if I wanted to. There's also a way that we could go to the queue and see what we've queued up. Here are different shows, TV shows and movies that my family has queued up as things that we like to watch regularly. I don't think I put all of these on the list, so some of them must have been from my wife and from the kids, but it shows you kind of that you can go have a shortcut to whatever your favorites are by going to the queue and the favorites list. So let's back out of Hulu Plus for a second. I think I said it's $8 a month for Hulu Plus, plus or minus $1. I don't remember exactly what it was. But there's also Netflix, which is a very similar concept. It's what the kids seem to like a little better than Hulu Plus. I'm not quite sure why. But there's... why isn't this going back to... why did it go directly into American Pickers? I don't know why it's doing that. But you can pick a profile that you're going to go into. So we have profiles set up for the whole family. And if you go into the profile, this is my wife's profile, it shows you shows that were recently watched by her, things that they recommend for her, shows that were recently added, comedies that are available, popular shows, romantic movies, TV dramas, all sorts of categories, similar to what they had on Hulu Plus. And if you look, there's also a search capability and other things like that that were very similar to Hulu Plus. So let's exit Netflix. That kind of shows you. Netflix is also about $8 a month. I think it's $1 plus or minus that, plus or minus $8, but it's very close in price. The third choice that we usually use is Amazon Instant Video. Now, if you're an Amazon Prime member, then there's a whole lot within Amazon Instant Video that's available to you for free. And I'll show you that. There's a search capability similar to Hulu Plus and Netflix, but there's also this category called Prime Video. And on here, there's a lot that's available. If you're an Amazon Prime member, there's a lot that's available to you in here for free. It doesn't cost you any money. There's just a whole lot available in these categories. BBC, we're really into British shows right now for some reason, so there's a lot that we watch in there, but there's a lot available for free to you if you're an Amazon Prime member. There's also an ability to create a watch list. So there's a lot of kids shows in here that we use for the kids. They're really into watching Elf right now. There's also television shows that we've marked that we like to watch regularly on that list. There's also the recently watched list, and then you can buy things through Amazon Instant Video. So we have a list here of things that we've already purchased. A lot of kids movies that we purchase for about $15 to $20 per movie, and they're available to us forever. You know, we can go in and watch these movies forever. They're high definition movies. I think if you got the standard definition movies, are a little bit cheaper than that. You can also buy television shows this way. So my wife sometimes buys television shows that she likes to watch. For instance, here's one, Suits, that she likes to watch. Here's the last episode, episode 14 in season 4, and if you click on this, we could watch it right now if we wanted to. We could add or remove it from our watch list. We could buy the whole season in high definition for $35 or in standard definition for $25. So that kind of shows you how you can build up your lists of things that you've purchased through Amazon and watch standard current shows, or you could watch the free shows, which usually aren't as popular or as up to date as the shows that cost money, but they're also available to you through Amazon Instant Video. So if we go back to the main menu, we've already explored home. There's a movie store through MGO, so you have choices of even more movies that you could watch through MGO. There's a TV show store also through MGO. There's a special interest movies, or not movies, but news stations that you can get through this section right here. there's business, there's health, there's all sorts of other categories aren't even shown right here. Plus you can search all of the channels. You can search for a specific movie or a specific TV show by typing out the name right in through here, and it will search all the channels and point out to you what choices you have in payments. Some of them are free, some of them cost money, and selections that you could go to for any movie or any TV show that you could imagine. You also have a channel store that you could go to pick more channels. Like I said, we already had 81 on our list, but we could go pick up more through here if you wanted to. They have featured channels right here. They have new channels that are available right there. The most popular channels, obviously Netflix, Hulu Plus, and Amazon are the most popular, but there are other ones on there, as you can see. There's the top free channels, and a lot of those are already on our list. There's the top paid channels. There's Roku Recommends, and then there's many, many, many more categories that we could pick channels from. So there's not a shortage of channels by any means. So you could pretty much build up whatever list of channels that you wanted. There's also settings that you can set. Right now we have our set up to talk to our Roku box through our wireless internet. I think it takes about 3 megabits per second to stream high definition to the Roku 3 box. And so if you have 3 megabits per second free on your internet connection, then you should be good to go. You can change the themes for the Roku box so that you have a different background all the time. You can change the screensaver and how long it takes for the screensaver to come up. You can change what type of display you have. For ours, since we have plenty of bandwidth available, we use the HD TV at 720p. That seems to be plenty good for us, and we never have any hiccups or any problems with it at all. You can change the captions. You can turn on closed captions if you'd like. You can set the time and the time zone that you're in. You can set audio settings. There's also the system settings. You can set information about the Roku box itself. You can update the system and restart the system at any time you like, and then also modify the privacy settings. So there's all sorts of things you can do with the Roku box. So I've pretty much covered all of the different things that we normally use with our Roku box. There's plenty of options here to cover almost any need, but I also like to kind of show you really quickly how long it takes to bring up a show on the Roku box, which is not, coming over the wireless connection, it's not long at all. So I'll show you this real quick. Like I said, we've been watching a lot of British shows, but we've also been watching some Australian shows. And one of the ones that we've been watching recently is called Best of Both Worlds. It's from Australia, and it talks about a lady that just discovers that she's adopted. And it's a pretty interesting show. We've only watched a few episodes, but it's caught our interest for right now. So I'll show you how long it takes to bring that up. So we'll go into it. It has the splash screen here, and you can go through any of the episodes. Right now there's 2 seasons that we could watch, but we'll just bring up the next episode just to show you how long it takes. So I just pushed the button, it's bringing it up. The first thing that you're going to see is a short commercial, usually 20 to 30 seconds of a commercial, but it's not a series of commercials like you get on television, cable television. It's just one commercial. And so once we get through this 20 or 30 seconds for this one commercial, we'll go straight to the show. Now, during the show, there'll be there'll be 2 or 3 more 20-second commercials, but again, that is nowhere near what you get on cable television. So that's one of the things. A 30-minute show that you'd see on cable television will probably take 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes to watch on Roku because there's hardly any commercials. So now we're already into the show, Best of Both Worlds. So here's the introduction to this show. As you can see, it came up pretty quickly. It's in high definition. Like I said, there's very few hiccups on this. So all of it that costs us to get all of these TV shows is the $8 a month for the Netflix and the $8 a month for the Hulu Plus, and the Roku box itself. Once we bought the box for $99, there's no monthly fee on that. So for $16 a month, we get a lot of shows that we can watch. So if you stop at any point, you can see for this show, Best of Both Worlds, there's 24 minutes remaining. We've watched 30 seconds so far, which is just the introduction. But I think this is a very good way to go. If you're not really keen on cable television, you want to reduce your bills, you want to keep the high quality, and you want to be the big thing to me, the really big thing, is that we can watch shows at any time. We don't have to wait for them to come across the cable. We don't have to remember to record them on DVR. They're available to us at any time. All we have to do is turn on the box, find it on the Roku, and we're good to go. So I hope this helps you understand the Roku 3 box a little bit better. Gives you the opportunity to understand how the menus fit together, how you can create your own, not create your own channels, but create your own favorite channels and go to exactly what you're interested in at any point in time. Enjoy.